All right. So we got goddamn part three now. Just cranking these out, right, Damon?
Yeah, man. Yeah, fuck yeah. I don't know, you're going crazy, mate.
Yeah.
You're going fucking ballistic, mate. I
You know,
can't
it's funny.
sleep at night.
Actually, talk about being crazy is I emailed Glenn from Destructor to do the same thing,
Yeah.
and
Oh yeah.
he hasn't replied back yet. But the initial email, it's funny. He was on my to email list. Him and Howitzer. I wanted to do the same thing as Zoom, and he's like, yeah. I was like, I see J Daw's videos. Like, not sure if I. He's like, maybe a video because Chase mentioned it to him. So yeah, but I'm not a
Actually,
camera. Huh?
it reminded me, Ryan Marauder from Gospel said he'd be interested to do it.
Oh fuck yeah, yeah. The more the merrier, dude. Because dude, like I told you, like I don't like doing the personal videos. It's not that I don't like doing them. I'm glad what I did them. It's just I feel like I'm talking about the same shit, and
Yeah, yeah. Well,
having a guest on it's just better. It's more info. You're getting another
yeah,
opinion. Just me talking to the camera, like Jesus Christ, you want to hear about the same fucking bands I talked about for the? I mean, you know what I'm saying?
oh, you must
So
say they're fucking funny. It's funny. Funny as fuck.
yeah, that's what people say. So that's cool. So at least it's entertaining. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Absolutely, man. Huh.
So does the wife think I'm a complete idiot?
What's that?
I said, does the wife think I'm a complete idiot? It seems like a lot of guys
Oh,
say that.
absolutely. Yeah, yeah, absolutely, man. Fucking 100%.
The wives hate me. That's what the guys say. Man, my wife's always like, man, why do you watch that fucking guy? Say, hey, you're married to the guy that's watching him.
It's it. She can suffer, and suffer, and just let
Yeah,
you be, mate. Let you
yeah.
be.
How did you? I don't think. How did you find out about the channel? Like, did you just stumble across it on accident? How did you actually come across it the first time?
Oh, by accident, I think you were doing something at I think you were filming at a fest or something. Or
Okay, so was it probably an interview?
yeah, yeah. There was an interview I saw accidentally. And I thought, oh, fuck, I didn't know you did that. This was like ages back, ages ago, ages
How
ago.
did you? But how did you put two and two together that that was me?
Well, no, I knew it was you, but then I realized it was I remember I've seen pictures of you in that before and seen you, and I remembered it was like, oh yeah, and then I recognized that the stall you were working in as
Uh huh.
well was you had a vendor there, you were
Yeah,
vendoring there or something.
yeah, yeah.
And you had that. Yeah, I think one of the episodes I saw you had that poser come up.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
I posted. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
yeah, I saw that. I thought, this is fucking loud. But I saw another one before that, and I saw that poser one, and I was like, fucking hell, it's fucking hilarious. But
Okay.
then I realized that you were doing it like ages back, and then I do catch now and then. I'll put it on when I'm
Yeah,
maybe a lunch break or something like that at work or at home or whatever. Have a quick. Because there's so many, and it's like fuck. It's
yeah,
like,
yeah. Dude, haven't
so
missed a
that's the
day yet.
episode's gone.
Dude,
Huh?
I haven't missed a single day yet since I
It's like
started.
fuck. Hell, it never ends. I'm gonna fucking die of a heart attack, man. Fuck.
Yeah, I
I've
know.
laughed. I've laughed, man. I've laughed.
I gotta make it to at least your age though, dude.
Huh?
I gotta make it
Oh
to at
yeah,
least
yeah,
your
yeah,
age.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Fucking hell, man. Your world records, fucking. You'll be breaking all records, mate.
Yep, exactly. Also, because you've seen more, you brought up through our chat or WhatsApp to talk about it, which I was already going to talk about initially, is comparing the scenes because you've seen more than I have. Because I've talked about on the channel many times from my standpoint on the metal scene, from me growing up to today. And you talked about bringing that up about the Australian scene, the metal scene over there, your outlook of the old days versus today. And you're gonna have a better outlook than me because you got 10, 12 years on me even. So
Yeah,
the
yeah.
question is, what do you have to say about that overall? Like comparing from you, I mean, for fuck's sakes, you've seen Slaughter Lord live, and that's cool as fuck. I mean, I was 87, I was 2 years old, god damn it, sucking on mama's titties. You know what I mean? So you've seen way more than I have, which is cool as fuck. And you're still in the scene today. I mean, to your own that you said it yourself that you don't go to as many shows, but still here and there, so you see what the scene is like. What would you say is the main three differences between when I say early days, let's say late '80s, early '90s to today's metal scene? What would you say are the top three biggest differences, good or bad, I guess?
I'd say the 80s. Late 80s, beginning in that would be to the early 90s. People didn't give a shit. We just went and did it. We went to hang out. We used to meet in the city or downtown, what you guys call it, when we were 15 up to about 20, 21 or something like that. And even back then, everyone used to be gathered around, have good metal stores that were active. Everyone used to go hang out and buy their records from. We all knew each other. I mean, we still do these days, but we had we didn't give a shit attitude. We used to see. We never got really any international bands back in the day. Maybe a couple.
Yeah.
But compared to now, this is way different. Is that we got so much coming in the last 20 years, whatever it is, and but back then we were lucky to have anyone, and I think everyone used to meet. We get a new album on top of this record store in downtown where we had like an area where everyone used to hang out and meet on a Friday night and say, oh, there's so and so playing tonight. Let's get on the tram and go and see them, or local bands and stuff like that. So there'll be a lot of local gigs. I mean, not to say there isn't now, but it was more of the thrash and hardcore punk sort of stuff, or like for example, like seeing TISH, or which is pre-Hobbs, or even Hobbs back when they started. I think it was a bit more crazier, but again, times change as we do, because the stuff that we used to do back then, you couldn't get away with it today.
No, okay. Well, so you said Hobbs. When Hobbs, whether it been the demos or the album, pretty much when most people in Australia caught on, because it's funny too. My first, again, I was late to the game. My first introduction to Hobbs, I heard the demos first, and again, thanks to KK, because he put out the demos on vinyl.
Yeah.
And that's how I first started. I was like, this shit's fucking great. And then when I started learning about them and got the album, one of the things people said from the US in a good way, it was a compliment. They're like, it's basically the Slayer, Hell Awaits era of fucking Australia.
Yeah.
Now, in Australia, when that was coming up and that was your local band, did people say that too? Like it's our Slayer, and were they kind of saying this is a Slayer ripoff? Did everybody love it universally, or how did the scene back then take to something like that?
No, it was one of the best things that came out at that time, and an album was related to, obviously, on Steamhammer with like I said last time, with Destruction and everyone on there, and I did say there was a bit of Slayer there. Even I remember even seeing Tyrus back when I was young. They even played a couple of Slayer songs from Hell Awaits. I remember, I think maybe one song. So they did have that influence, and I thought, oh man, this is fucking killer. It came out at a good time, and there was really at that time in Australia there was a few things, but like a Mortal Sin album was out and stuff like that, which is a little bit before, I guess, or around then. But it took Australia really well with all the people, especially local Melbourne maniacs. So I guess Sydney, I don't know what they did, but they did like it too. But we were big. It was a hometown band, you know what I mean? And everyone knew him. He was cool as fuck. But it was just the live shows were really fucking killer and heavy, and nothing was really like it at the time that came out of Australia at that sort of like that intensity, or musically like that. There was other bands around as well, but like that style was pretty. I think that's world class.
Yeah,
and it was heavy. It was extreme at the time. Where the album to this day is still a fucking great album. And
now, do you have, fast forward to today's scene? Big premises on my channel that gets talked about. Again, they send the questions, so I just answer. I'm almost embarrassed to even say names to you because you're older than me, and you're probably like, what? Like all that deathcore shit, Slaughter to Prevail, Motionless in White, all these just terrible, terrible garbage bands. Over in Australia, my question is, the fan base of that stuff, the Slipknots, all that stuff, they quote unquote like in bunny ears, fucking metal, right?
Yeah.
Does that crowd over there, since they're Australian, do they know who Hobbs Angel of Death is? Because they damn sure don't here, but do they over there?
No, definitely not.
And so, like yourself, because what's that?
I'm quite glad they.
No, I know. Yeah, we don't want. Yeah, we want to gatekeep the shit. We don't want them in anyways. But by your bet, because I use the benchmark, like I say shit like if I bump into somebody at a restaurant or whatever, a non-metal setting, and they're like, fuck yeah, bro. They see I got a Deicide shirt on or something. That's the only thing they recognize. My benchmark is I use things like Repulsion. I was like, dude, if you never heard of Repulsion, you don't like the same kind of music I do. Would you say
Yeah.
it's safe to say, especially if you're in Australia, these trendier metalheads, if you never heard of Hobbs Angel of Death, you just kind of don't listen to metal. You just kind of don't.
Well, yeah, I mean, in terms of, are you talking about those type of people that like that fucking deathcore shit, or just in
Yes,
general?
correct.
Like the deathcore dude?
Yeah.
Fuck, I wouldn't even speak to them personally.
No,
But
no, I don't by choice either. But sometimes if they walk up to you and say something, I mean, I do respond.
I'll say fuck off, you fucking poser.
Yeah, yeah.
But
No, but
but
so would you?
however, if they didn't know that anyway, it's not even point speaking to them. Was there a fucking waste of fucking time?
What I mean,
Wafters, mate.
so because my litmus test is this. So talking about the deathcore, whatever benchmark you want to use, the really trendy metal. My benchmark is this. Say I lived in Australia, right?
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
living there, and let's say I'm 22 years old today. 22 years old in 2025. I got into this trendier stuff, and I understand it could be a gateway to get into extreme stuff because it's more popular. All right, I heard this stuff. The reason I don't understand is my mindset is this. I live in Australia. Let me Google who were some of the best early influencing Australian bands. And I can guarantee you, I've never Google searched it, but I promise you, Hobbs Angel of Death, Slaughter Lord, Sadistic Execution, those names are going to pop up. 100% guaranteed. It's a 2-second Google search. So you're claiming that you like metal. That's their words, not mine. But you don't even know basic shit. That's a 2-second Google search. You can't. That's why I consider opposers. Like you can't possibly be that interested in the topic if you aren't even willing to do that minor research. Because me and my brothers,
Yeah,
when we got into this as kids too. We looked at
yeah,
everything. Oh man, what are their bands? Like who started this? Because we didn't find out about Death and Possess first. Our first death metal band we heard was Cannibal Corpse. And then we went back
yeah,
to, oh, what other bands are there? Like, who is there?
yeah,
Oh shit, it was Death. Like, it didn't take us long to find because we were looking, like we were interested.
yeah.
But these kids of today
There
that
is
like
a
this trendy shit, they don't do that. And that to me, it's like you're not a poser because you like Slaughter to Prevail. I was like, you're a poser because you stopped there. I was like, how could you
yeah, yeah. That's
possibly
right.
not know
Yeah,
about the
yeah,
essentials?
correct. Correct. And they don't want to go that way because they think it's the heaviest shit on the planet, and it's not.
Right.
And, fucking just fucking waft the poses, mate. It's simple as that. But however, there is that younger generation that are coming through. I noticed the last year or two, couple of years, that coming through that I see some of the shows I go to or in contact with. I'm not saying they're completely young, but some are.
Yeah.
They're right into the death metal or underground stuff, and they're very aware of the old bands as well.
No,
Very
same
much
here.
so.
We have this small group of kids in Cleveland. I noticed them. I don't know their names. I've said hi to them, but they have like Sodom back patches, Iron Angel, shit like that.
Yeah,
And these
yeah,
kids
yeah, yeah,
they got to be 19, 20. I mean,
yeah,
they're young.
yeah,
I mean, they're young. They're literally young enough to be my kids.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
and
right. Yeah. And then a lot of these guys, love the old Best of Warlust. They love all the old Sadistic Execution and they like all that like blasphemy and all that kind of stuff. They really are more. I see that, and they love Cemetery Urn type stuff, and especially Haste, who the guys in there are doing quite well. And I'd say that they've done a lot of their research as well, obviously, and they're gone into the good. At least that generation is still fucking going, rather than them turning around to be a poser stuff. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Now,
I mean they've done as we're saying, they've done their research well, and
yeah, yeah.
they're cool as fuck.
No, and that's the ones that are into it. It's like, yeah, because
Yeah,
they're
that's it.
actively
Yeah,
searching it out. It's like, yeah, because it's
yeah,
something you're into.
yeah. I mean, I noticed the people that buy items from my distro label. Dudes buy a lot of all kinds of good stuff, and
Well, yeah. So for people that don't know, what's your distro label called, and where can they find it?
undergroundforceproductions.com.
So there you go.
So yeah, but yeah, so of course, noticing the people that buy the stuff, some of the dudes I meet out and about, they're right into it, and some of the older guys as well. Absolutely, the older guys buy a lot of hard to get old stuff, or some of the items I get as well that are limited releases, or whatever it may be. And then these young guys are still buying a lot of the, black metal, a lot of the war metal stuff they like as well. The blasphemy and like Conqueror and stuff like that. They all like that stuff. And it's good. It's good to see. And then they find it. Huh? Fire alarm. Oh fuck! Sorry, fire alarm's going off. Sorry.
Fire alarm's going. Your house burned down?
Nah, these fucking idiots next door. They keep pressing the button, the fire escape, and they cause these fucking idiots next door. They keep going through the fire exit of the building, so it triggers the alarm to the fire department down the street, and it costs them $5,000 every time the fire engine dudes or firefighters come and turn off the alarm. And it's happened twice today, so they're up for $10,000. So,
sounds like somebody needs a curb stomping.
Oh, they're fucking wafters over there. They give me the shits. They're fucking. It's like a recovery place for deadbeats.
Oh yeah. So you don't like your neighbors, to say the least.
They've been all right, not so bad, but they're over the back fence, and sometimes they have their scuffles, and the police are there every other day. So,
would you say you
anyway? Back to what we were talking about.
Yeah. What was it? Would you say you as a person these days, you're a grumpy old man that hates most people?
Just don't like wafters. Fucking people that annoy me are just wafters, like dickheads.
Yeah.
Annoying people.
Yeah. Well, so speaking of annoying people, like, what do you think is a scene? What do you think of today's scene as a whole? Then, speaking of annoying people and bands, and as today's scene as a whole, what's that?
Still great bands. The scene is in bands. There's fucking a lot of good bands out there. And then I stick to the ones I've got, but in the terms of the people, it's growing, and it's still got some a lot of good people around, and it's still going on. I mean, you can say, Nick, this scene's shit and whatever it is, but fuck it, whatever, and just concentrate on the good shit and not the stupid shit. You know what I mean?
You would say
that goes along with it.
So about yourself, you would say that you're not burnt out at all then on the scene?
No. I'm not burnt out. Or in terms of me doing other bands or anything like that. Or
this is a whole. I mean, because like I'm sure as you noticed, I mean, I would assume that you noticed, because I sure as fuck noticed, guys, especially your age, they fall off out of the metal scene. I mean, at best, I would say at best, most guys your age, because there's exceptions that stay into it, like yourself, that follow it to today's. At best, guys your age, they listen to just the stuff that they grew up on. Some of them don't even do that. They just listen to nothing but classic rock and completely fall off.
Well, I still like my old roots.
No, like I so do I. Don't get me wrong. I like what I grew up on most too. I get that. What I'm saying, I know guys. I know guys your age. The last thing they know is Scream Bloody Gore.
Yeah, but I mean, I'll still keep up to date and have a look around. What's there? I've got it. And if I want to do this distro or whatever stuff I do or whatever it is, and see what's around and have a look. There are some great bands. I mean, the scene's still got some great bands developing, great people still around. But as in up to date, I still like my old stuff, and I still listen to some, a lot of my friends' bands and stuff like that. I'm always interested in what some old friends are doing and seeing what they're doing with their release or.
Who's a newer band? We'll say this. Who's a newer band? When I say new, I'm sure you have a similar mindset to me. It's 5 to 7 years ago. That's new to me. A band that started up 5 to 7 years ago. Who's a newer band that not your friends that you're like, I really enjoyed this. This was a really good band that you don't even know them personally.
Good question. It's funny. I've got a lot of friends.
Yeah, no, I hear you. It's a label. That's like, I'll give you an example. Somebody I don't know, like a band I really liked. I hear they're kind of broken up. A band I really liked a lot. That was a newer band. I think they came out in 2020. Was a band called Pharmacist. That's me.
Oh, that band. Yeah. From Japan.
I don't know the guys. No, I mean, we put out their second record, but I don't know the fucking guys. Never met them. If they walked in here, I'd be like, "Who the fuck are you?" I wouldn't even know. I don't even know what they look like. That's a band, a newer band that I personally like. And I was like, I don't know the guys from here from fucking Adam and Eve. I don't at all.
That's a good question, man. That's a good question. I couldn't tell you at the moment. Give me. It's a good question, man. I couldn't tell you the moment. You got me there. I've got answers for everything, but not fucking this one.
Right.
Actually, I liked. What do I like?
Did you like that band, Abysmal Lord? That seems like it'd be up your alley.
Oh yeah, actually, I like them. I don't know them for a bar of soap.
Yeah, because I figured that seems like it'd be up your alley.
Yeah. I like them. I've never.
To me, that's a new band. I don't know what year they started, but that's a new goddamn band.
Huh? Be delighted, but they're fucking good. I didn't know when they started. I did hear them a few years back, but I like that band a lot. Good, very good.
Yeah. Okay. So that'd be a new.
Yeah. That's something to say on that. Yeah.
See.
Yeah. You must have known, mate. You must have done my fucking history check.
I have a decent idea what you like, but I mean, some stuff I'm kind of I don't know. I'm actually kind of curious, like stuff like Cannibal Corpse, Deicide. What do you like or don't you? Or I don't know where you stand on bands like that.
Yeah, look, I mean, I love like a lot of, like first couple of albums of Creator. I always worship them. The first Cannibal Corpse song was very good. I still listen to what they put out just to see how they progress over 50 bloody albums, whatever they got. And
right.
And
so okay, what do you think of that? Because let me get your opinion then. You said you liked the first Cannibal Corpse album, and you're a reasonable person to ask this because you were there when it came out, and you just said that you basically kept up. I at least checked every album out. What is your opinion on them blowing up to being the largest death metal band in the world? And what do you think about their what do you think about what they've done musically? Like, is it respectable? Is it total garbage? Is it true to what they set out to do from day one? What is your take on them as a whole?
Well, it's been consistent with every album, in my opinion. I mean, I think that everything you're saying, that I probably agree to say that of them being Cannibal Corpse. I mean, even dudes, like for example, my cousin doesn't even listen to death metal or thrash metal. Loves Cannibal Corpse.
Okay,
buys all their albums. Doesn't listen to.
Oh, he likes them to the degree he buys their shit.
Yeah, he likes Cannibal Corpse. Doesn't really listen to anything else other than but in that he likes it. And
why does he like them? What does he say? What does he like about them?
The whole whole genre of it, the guts and all the gore and stuff that they do. Is finds it fucking quite amusing and brutal. I mean, a lot of people. They probably are considered to be the biggest one.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, who else is it?
Absolutely. Well, there's nothing close to it. You got to think about it. But they're good on them. At least they do what they do, and they do have consistent albums. They're not. I wouldn't say they're shit, because if they're shit, then they probably like what they're doing and they're being consistent. I wouldn't say they're shit, but they're good on them. Fucking well done. At least there's someone
from the first record. Obviously, when the first record came out, you saw it. Yeah. And you saw that they're getting really popular. Did you see that coming, or what did you think? Were you like, "Oh shit!" Like, because you were there to witness it.
I think what we did was that I used to like Leviathan, Chris Barnes' previous band.
Yep.
Yeah, I love it. I love that band. And I believe also we obviously got the '89 demo or whatever it was, and or where it was back then, and then we did hear that it was coming out. Oh, the album's coming out. But when we done, everyone bought it, and it was still a good album and very good album. But I mean, compared to what it is these days, it's a bit different. But but however, they've been consistent of being a heavy band and doing what they do. Fucking well done. Good on them.
Now, what about Morbid Angel? What's your cutoff? Because there's no way in hell you like every Morbid Angel album.
No, I cut off after. Obviously, Abominations is a classic, and all their demos I've always watched.
You don't like anything after that?
It's like fucking amazing. And then obviously, Altars. That was it. After that, I couldn't get into it.
Oh, so you don't even like Blessed or the Sick?
No, I reckon it's a terrible album, personally.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Fuck up my favorite song, the Thy Kingdom Come song. Fucking as soon as I heard that, that's shit.
They re-recorded, yeah.
That's fucking terrible. I was like, fucking. out the door goes.
So what do you think? Do you realize this is a pretty common statement in today's metal scene? Again, it's got to be guys at best my age, but probably younger, where they're like, this is common. This is common statements. Morbid Angel Covenant is the best Morbid Angel album ever.
Nah.
I mean, that's pretty.
To the modern person, it's probably the modern person, yes, but to the average person who likes from the beginning, nah. Yes, it was a big album, big production. What they used wasn't it they used Fleming so and so in Denmark or something? What it was, or some?
Not sure who they used. I just know it was definitely their top selling record. I do know that.
Yeah, it was. So I do remember it because it was licensed out here as well. And
okay.
Yeah.
Now when that came out, did you even bother checking it out? Like, did you bother?
I did. Yeah, I did listen to it just to see again.
And so when you listen to when Covenant came out, it's a new album.
Yeah.
And Damon Bloodstorm listens to it. What did you think? Were you like, this is terrible? Or were you like, it's okay? Or what did you think?
I mean, you give a listen, you just rate it. I just thought, it's okay, and move on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you didn't think it was deplorable?
No. I hated that blessed other. I mean, I'll probably get crucified for it, but I didn't like that. I didn't like the production of the Blessed Other Sick.
See, I mean, I understand where you're coming from because I like Blessed Other Sick for sure quite a bit. I mean, I definitely like Altars and Abominations more, but it makes sense because again, like, because I grew up like, talking to guys like Dawn of the Dead and shit. He's a few years older than you, and he has the same thing. I'm like, I get it because they came from the time when the albums weren't even out yet. I was like, so I get it from their. I was like, I get it from their point because some of these guys are like, what the fuck do you mean? How could you possibly not like it? I'm like, I was like, because you're clearly young, dude. I was like, I totally understand why they don't.
Well, there's a couple of friends that still love that Blessed Other Sick from here.
Yeah,
that love it and give me a fucking. What do you still don't fucking like that album, Damo? Like, oh man, no, he goes, you're fucking something wrong with you. I don't fucking like it. I don't like it. Look, I don't like you.
Right. Yep.
And,
that's most people, right?
But, yeah. They're calling me out on it. I said, fuck, it's only an album, you fucking idiot. I don't like it.
So what's an album that you do like, that you like in the metal scene, that most people in the scene do not like? So we all have that record. Like, I can name tons, like, that I like that I'm like most people don't like.
There's a few. Some of the let me think. Jeez. No, you get me on these questions, mate. Bloody hell.
Damn, dude.
I'm using my brain too early in the fucking morning, man.
Keep forgetting you're the old guy over here.
Hey?
So I keep forgetting you're the old guy over here, losing his memory.
Blood Feast, Kill for Pleasure.
What do you mean? Who the fuck don't like that?
They used to give me shit because I had so many copies of it.
Dude, Blood Feast, Kill for Pleasure is easily my top 20 favorite thrash albums of all time.
I agree. Totally agree. I play that to fucking death this very day.
Dude, to me, that's fucking man thrash. Shit like fucking Megadeth. Yes. Dude, stuff like Megadeth and Testament, which I like a little bit of that. That's thrash for the women.
Yeah.
It just is. How is it not?
Yeah.
Dude, Megadeth Peace Sells. That's a thrash album for chicks, and I like it. Yes. King Folly for Deceased. King, right?
Yeah.
He hates everything by Megadeth. He's like
I don't like anything.
Oh, there you go. He's like when the first record came out, he's like, that's the first album I've returned to the store. He's like, and when Peace sells, he's like, Peace sells. He's like, but I'm not buying.
Yeah. I've never owned an album. Killing is my business. Why I got that was when that was one of the. I did used to have it. It was very, very one of those few when CDs first came out. It was very, very few bands that you could get here that were actually heavy metal or thrash metal or whatever. When CDs were first coming out, that was one of the releases that you could get. And I had a brand new CD player when they first came out. So the only thing I can buy is these.
You didn't like it, so
And
you bought the CD for First Megadeth. And you thought it sucked.
no, I didn't. Because I did buy it. Only why is so I could play my CD player. Play it on my CD player.
And you were
And that
disappointed.
was no. When it originally came out, I never liked it. I thought I'll just get the CD so I can play the CD and my CD player. It was also state of the art, new technology, and that was the only things available on CD back then when they first came out, and on death metal or heavy metal or whatever it is. And,
dude, that's so funny because, dude, because you,
gone.
I mean, you,
That ended up being used as a beer coaster after that.
yeah,
So,
dude. It's because for the record, because I got to clarify for the idiots, I actually do like Killing Is My Business and Peace Sells, but I was like, it's low on the. I was like, literally, Megadeth, and I don't like anything after the first two. I didn't like it at all. I like the first two, and I'm like, but it's like low on my list. I was like, that's literally music you put on when your mom sets up a fucking family function and you have to provide the music. You put on Megadeth. I was like, it's for your grandma, it's for the girls, it's for your fucking all the nieces and nephews, the little kids that come over. I was like, it's girl thrash. I was like, and I specifically have said that, dude, in a video that Blood Feast destroys fucking goddamn Megadeth, destroys them.
oh yeah, absolutely.
And
I mean,
and people in the comments, this guy's a fucking idiot. I'm like, dude, you like chick metal? I don't know what to tell you.
well, I remember when it first came out, I bought it. Was really lucky to have it here. I remember they used to be under the name of Bloodlust in their demos and stuff like that, and it came out on New Renaissance, and there was obviously a distributor here that got some, and that label stuff was always available here, and I used to buy all that label stuff, which I still do. I love all that stuff, and all the bands on there and on that label, just about except probably one or two, but so I got that, and people used to say, "This is fucking shit. This is shit, rubbish. What are you doing with this?" And one of my friends didn't want his copy. He says, "That's crap," and he gave it to me, so I had two. And then, no one ever really. Sorry,
these same people, did they not like such man thrash as Sacrifice, Torment, and Fire?
They liked that, yeah.
Because to me, that's another man album. That's another man thrash record. And I got another hot take for you too. I got another albums. Yeah, so I mean, Torment and Fire to me is the best, and For Determination and Soldiers of Misfortune, I like them, but I think they're a downgrade. Some people think For Determination is their best album. Like, no fucking way, dude. Torment and Fire.
What's that? Fuck, that rules. That rules. That is a fucking ultimate album. I used to play that to death when it came out. I still do. I love it.
Torment and Fire.
Torment and Fire.
Yeah. And the demos are fucking great too. I'll give you another thing. Dude, here's another thing. Maybe you know this because you're an old guy. Is there's a bootleg CD. DAWG owns it, of course. It's got all three demos. It's got the demo for each album. It's called "Put Her on the Altar." Came out like 20 years ago. Dude, what people don't know, the people that like albums like For Determination and Soldiers of Misfortune, the best songs are from the demos, and the best recordings are the demos. The demos for those albums were way better than the album. Dude, I challenge anyone, especially Soldiers of Misfortune, listen to the demo and then go and listen to the album. Don't be like, the demo's not better. I was like, and the best songs on the album were all demo songs. All of them.
Yes. Yeah. And I missed out on that one. And then I definitely remember it. And then I think I missed out on it for some reason. And then I don't know why, but
that's probably what I listen to by Sacrifice the most is the Put Her on the Altar bootleg CD. Because we know over here, boots are goddamn best. That came out years ago and it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, right. Fucking should be reinvested in it again.
Absolutely.
But look, that's something that I missed out on. But fuck, now I think that.
It came out in the very early 2000s. It came out in the very early 2000s, and I got it because we got a bunch in stock through Hell's, and I
remember seeing.
That was my introduction to Sacrifice. So I was lucky enough, like even though I'm younger, I got into Sacrifice from their demos, and then I got Torment and Fire. You know what I mean? That's just pure luck. Because I mean I wasn't around at the time when the demos came out, like yourself.
Yeah,
that's just what
I first. I still have the original vinyls of when I bought it. And I played that Torment and Fire to fucking death. And
High Roller Records. High Roller Records reissued the vinyls, and they're nice looking too. They are
Yeah, I saw
nice.
the inlays and everything like that. It looks fucking really good. I thought,
Yeah,
fuck,
they're
I
on the
gotta
like
get that.
splatter vinyls shit. We had them in stock several times. We don't even still have copies
Yeah,
left. I don't know. We got them in. They sold
cool.
out. We got them. He did them on. He actually recently did them too. He did all three on picture disc as well. And they look pretty sweet.
Yes, yeah, see that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So that
fucking classic.
see shit
I've
like
got,
that.
I've got that.
That's what I like seeing
I've got,
come out nowadays.
I see. Oh well, yeah, obviously Shadow Kingdom's part of you guys.
Yeah, yeah.
I got quite a number of. Well, when I get it, I'm gonna get some more actually. The Sacrifice albums that
The
you did.
CDs.
You CDs, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, Shadow Kingdom. Yeah, Shadow Kingdom did the CDs, and
Yeah,
High
that's
Roller
right.
did the LPs. Yeah, yeah,
Well, yeah. So it's they consistently always sell to the old dudes that I know.
yeah, 100%. And
Yeah,
that's what I tell these kids. If you're 19 or 20 watching this, and you're just getting into metal, and you're trying to like get into the know, I'm like, dude, start with Sacrifice, Torment, and Fire. I was like, that's
yeah,
just that should be in your collection. I mean, I don't understand. Like, if I go in your collection, I see the new dumbass Behemoth record, but I don't see fucking goddamn Sacrifice. I'm like, this doesn't make any sense.
yeah. That's true. I mean, they're fucking. I haven't heard that new one that's just come out. Is
I
about to
haven't
come
either.
out.
Yeah, yeah. I haven't heard either. No.
Yes, I think it's can't remember the name of it. Volume 6 or something. It's called 10 or whatever it's called. Yeah. But
Oh,
I
speaking of
thought,
comeback bands, what did you think of the Possessed comeback album, the Revelations to Oblivion or whatever?
it's pretty good, pretty good,
I
pretty good.
thought,
But I wouldn't
yeah,
say.
I dug it.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Yeah, I
pretty
dug
good.
it
Yeah, it's
because
good. It took a couple of listens, but yeah, it's yeah. I mean, to get what it is and for it to come back like that, it's pretty good. It's good.
yeah, because I remember when that
I don't
came
say
out.
go back and listen to it. I don't
I
say
remember when
go
it
back
came
and
out
listen to it.
when we got the copies in. I was like, I'm gonna listen to it, but this is gonna suck ass. And then
Yeah.
I listened, I'm like, shit. I was like, it's actually pretty good.
Yeah. It was actually that's what I was thinking. The same sort of thing. Well,
Yeah,
it's pretty good. Yeah. I don't go back to it too
yeah,
much, but I mean, yeah, I did listen to it, and it's pretty good. Yeah.
yeah. All right, well, we got a couple minutes left. Is there anything you want to end off with? I mean, I'm sure we'll do more parts in the future for sure. People seem to like you, and they're gonna like you more after I title these videos, give them juicy titles. They'll give you more
Yeah,
views.
fuck you. Yeah, I can't wait. You gonna fucking put me under the bus?
No, I don't put you on the bus. It's something we said.
No, I'm joking.
The juicier
I'm
the
joking.
titles, the better, the more views it gets. That's the
Yeah,
way it
that's it.
works.
We can do one next week if you want.
Next week I can't. I'll be at in Columbus. I'm doing at a show. So, well, Friday I got to go see Incantation. Well, I don't have to, but I am. And then Saturday I'm going to Columbus for Acheron, Saphinus, Mordant Red, and
Oh yeah, I saw that.
they want me to Vincent Crowley wants me to shout out each band like before each band to introduce them. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna say. I'm like, I've never done it before. I can't pronounce this good. He's like, just do it like WWE, bro. I'm like, I'll do. I was like, I'll do my best. I can't promise it's gonna be good. He's like, oh, it's gonna be awesome because Columbus
No,
is like an hour and a half drive.
I don't think I've had contact with that with Crowley for fucking 20 plus more years. I think.
Oh, he's cool as shit, man. He's super cool.
Years and years and years. 20 plus with a few letters in that.
Yeah.
But
then that weekend I got that. So next week I'm definitely booked up.
yeah.
And maybe the
But when is
weekend
the
after,
chance?
but what? Yeah, I might be. Well, yeah, no. Nonetheless, we have each other's contact, and we could just be hell. If we do, even for a while until we knock out times, we do one like once a month or something. You know what I mean?
Sounds good. Sounds good.
You know what I mean? And
Sounds
yeah.
good, man.
Shout out the label. Shout out the label again. Check out. Give them the goddamn label again. Check out.
Okay, check out. You guys come and check out undergroundforceproductions.com. Have a look at that at the moment. It's in maintenance, updating new stuff. There's a rise.
Especially if you're fucking in Australia, check it out.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I can do the overseas shipping, but again, work that out. But Australia, you can always have good business here. So it's working well and it's growing. So getting as much as we can in, or I am, and just keep on pumping it out and some good, rare, hard to get stuff that not you usually get. But yeah.
All right, Mr. Bloodstorm, we're at less than 1 minute, so we'll end it here. This is the end of part 3, and we'll be back for goddamn more.
All right, brother. Take care, man.
Later. You too, bro.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Ah.